Right. So I'm going to actually show where the swing vote information is. Right now, we have a tied vote. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tied vote for a leadership position within Hundo Club. And this is the first time.
No,
And
actually, Joe has just double voted, so he's gone. Joe's has double voted, so we actually have it. Vote for Major is one above, but Joe's voted twice. So
interesting. So if you look into the vice president, this is the section inside our Veteran Hundo Club platform. The position is by appointment only after veteran community vote upon the president. The president selects the VP with confirmation of the Senate and the working body. The Senate is the entire constituents. The Constitution names the Vice President of the United States as the President of the Senate. In addition to serving as presiding officer, the Vice President has the sole power to break a tie vote in the Senate, normally formally presiding over the receiving, counting, or electoral votes and ballots by the presidential elections and the elections within our chain of command. So here is that.
So, in plain English, the vice president gets the brown sticky end of the stick.
He gets shitted on. Yes, he gets to choose whether somebody. This is directly with in your position at Hundo Club. If you look into the rank structure, it's actually in there. If you look into it, it says your job function and the position. What is exactly is in it? This is in it. So this is one segment that has been complete on Hundo Club structure. So when there is, and we have to work at our SOP, where that is a big thing of issues like this, our constitution, our bylaws, a whole nother, our internal bylaws for our organization. So this is just huge topics that need to go complete. It's just massive, behemoth things.
We're always saying this is a good thing we're in beta mode, so we're turning up issues and challenges that we face with is a good thing. These are good things. You know, in all honesty, the way I'll look at it is I will talk about the reason why the rank has been proposed of these two options, and if anybody gives people a chance to change their vote if they so wish, and then if it's still a stalemate, they're not left to make a choice. That's the best way to do it, so it still keeps it nice. It still keeps our voting system balanced.
Wait a minute. We have two votes going on here. Interesting.
Joe's joined.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was influenced to sway a different way.
Can't imagine, hey. Just saying, Joe, that I'm going to when everybody's joined us, when we get to this point, I'm just going to explain why we have the two votes proposed, and if anybody wants to change their mind at any point, welcome to after we've explained where they are, and Chris, as our president, can pitch in on that as well, because the two of us had the meeting with Sims first hand.
Okay, second lieutenant then.
Yeah.
I love
John Sims.
Vetoed.
Jason, clear vote on Jason, and clear vote on Jamal. Right. Yeah. So Sims from.
Still can't get my Facebook to work on my PC. I use two different browsers and it still won't work.
Have you tried
I tried resetting the password, everything else. I mean, I still can get on my phone, but it still keeps asking me to verify that I try to get in through Facebook without using the app on my phone. And it says, was that you? And I'm like, yeah, it was me. And then, okay, save browser, blah, blah, blah. And then it has a problem. So I got to try to reach out to Facebook, I guess, because all their help isn't really helping.
You
So
might have to uninstall your browser, but you did try a different
I choose
browser, so.
different browsers, so it's not a browser issue.
Mm.
So all I can
It's a
think
game
of is it's something with Facebook themselves.
It could be,
That's-
could be. Facebook was hacked not too long ago, wasn't it? They got this major hack where they shut down almost
Yeah.
a day. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
don't know. But I mean, my app is still working on my phone, so that's good. And then good thing I downloaded and installed on my PC Messenger, so that way I could still get the messages and stuff like that, be able to communicate with you guys and get everything taken care of if I'm on my computer, and not have to use Facebook to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So gotta find a workaround, but just
all
got
right.
just got
Well,
done with the yard.
El Presidente, do you want to kickstart us off?
Yeah, sure. Welcome guys, welcome team. Thank you for being here on this Sunday afternoon. It is awesome Sunday. So we accomplished a tremendous amount this week and the last couple weeks. It just monstrosity amount of things. Welcome, Trell. Welcome, Jamal. We accomplished massive amount of things. So I'm gonna go shoot through a couple of those. I'm gonna share my screen. As we all know, that everyone worked together to smash out our presentation here. So as you can see, it's prepared, it's been checked, it's been rechecked, and it's been rechecked again. And it's probably going to continue to evolve as each individual continue to improve the organization. So we have a quick video system here. It's within 5 seconds. So Veteran Hundo Club is an association with the United States Veteran Command. We have a vision and a dream that the world where all who swore to serve their country and Constitution have a new way to continue to serve in their capacity as veterans. We're heralding in a new era where veterans are not simply just recognized for their past deeds, but for their significant contributions to the betterment of society. Our educational programs in 9 realms of wellness, fully preparing them for enhanced skills and abilities, supplementing their military training. History will record what we're doing at this point where veterans help to change the world for the better. No more depression-fueled suicides, no more homelessness, no more low-paying jobs for veterans, and no more divisions between organizations and veterans. There's plenty other fish in the sea that we can go after and collect their money. The highest respect is paid to veterans for what they do now and not just from the past. So that's our vision statement of what we're going to be about in the next 5 years, 10 years. And as future commands, actually the name being Future Commands works on the 2030 and the 2040 strategic planning, we'll be able to really hone in there. So coming to that, we're aiming to change 2,500 years of written history. Our non-for-profit has actually been finalized, and we're waiting back for a couple more days for the paperwork to come back. So what is the issue with the United States veterans, right? We aren't getting what we actually rightfully deserved. And the last time in ancient history to actually get what you were entitled to was in the Roman era. So you would get a plot of land issued by the government itself to take care of your family and your family after that. So that was real payment to service. Nowadays, here's your DD 214, get out of here. So there's never been a real consistent way throughout human history, which we all identified, right? Medieval times, the Civil War, and modern times, the Roman times, whatever it is, there've never been a real consistency in our battle action plans. So as our mission states, to be the most innovative nonprofit that empowers individuals on a holistic scale using our solution, which is the partnership and strategically partnership with other organizations on a holistic scale, using our 9 dimensions of wellness. The issue began, again, you all know, I came up with one issue, and as we network together, we each identified that this organization can be so much better. So again, to keep that power within you guys. We operate in what? A democracy. So everything is voted upon, including the new promotions today that will be announced as individuals who were selected. What is the way that we focus on those individuals is the physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual, environmental, financial, professional, and cultural. And over time, we might increase that. But this is the 9 realms of holistic point of view that we're looking to fix within a geographical and the veteran community, using our unique social platform, our all volunteer force, everyone here today, including everyone that could not make it today, using our most innovative techniques of pooling together our expertise and using, say, instead of 100 years of a business expertise, now we're pulling 500 years of business expertise, you know, between Coach Trout, Dotson, Ed, Joe, me, McDonald's, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? You got Smith, you got other, now how many years of business experience do you got? Way more than one person, right? So who are you gonna go to and who are you gonna hire? Us, right? That's how it's gonna work. So that's just gonna happen. Veterans are gonna be at the top of the game. So we identify the problem and present a solution to that. Okay, so we're being put on top of it. We're gonna be put on top of all the big dogs. We're remaking how veterans are, how they function, producing up to 78% better results statistically. So we did an internal survey and we found out we produce 78% better veterans. That is huge. I don't know any other organization that has ever come close to those statistics that has said statistically they can create better, 78% better feeling veterans of overall on that 9-point scale. That doesn't exist. So we're doing a phenomenal job. Absolutely. There's a lot of room there to grow. We got 100% to get to, right? So yeah, I would expect nothing less for us for 90% or less in time. Using our social platform, we'll be able to differentiate on that. So I'm going through this. You may say why. So it's also for our YouTube buddies and people who do not get to see our presentation. So that way they're able to identify how we solve their problems. Using our rich platform, we actually are able to change how we work together on a unity scale. Everyone here is a volunteer force. Everyone's coming together to join and help each other. Veterans across the board. There's no other organization that comes close on this level of intensity and changing the rest of the people. I'll tell you, I still have a dream, and it's a dream deeply rooted in the American dream and the Constitution of the United States, that we shall fulfill our obligations to those who volunteer to serve our great nations, right? Your point of contact for this is Captain Joe Arnold, Joan Arnold at HUNDOclub.net, or go to usbc.vet for checking out the nonprofit organization in progress. And of course, we want you, Uncle Sam wants you. We want you to pay your taxes, and we thank you for this. So that's our slide for today, Coach Trail. That's what our new project that we were working on. And as you can see, the vice president actually does have right there to break the power, break the tie vote right there. Bam. There it is. So we had a vote that actually was for our leaders, and it was a tie vote. I want to shoot it over to Mr. Finch for real quick. And I thank you for letting me spiel some time. We're different ball game today. So.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I'll just pick up on the vision. So vision is something that I'm going to be doing some work on behalf of HUNDO and as well as my own business as well. But just so that everybody's aware of the reason why having a vision is so vitally important in its role that it plays. It's often confused with mission statements, value statements, and all of this. What the vision does is it's the moonshot. It's the big shot. It's where do we want to get to ultimately? If we achieve everything that we set out to do, what does the world look like if as an organization, we've achieved everything. So the mission statement, the mission that we've now got and we've written and we've now we've technically adopted, sets out what the world will look like when everything is achieved. That vision is what we all aspire to, and it's the world we aspire to achieve. In order to get there, we're going to have to set an organization mission, which we've got at the moment, and that's going to be the working document. There are going to be missions, and there's going to be different missions, but they're all going to take us on the journey to getting to that ideal world we want to get to. This is really summing up, both for internal and for external use, of what the world will look like and why we exist as an organization. So that's essentially what the vision is about. So yeah, I want to come back to the bit Christmas passed me off on, and thanks for that. We did have a situation earlier on with our voting, and this is a good place actually, because we're right in the middle of the beta launch, and we're still ironing out little problems along the way. We want to adhere to our democratic voting system. We want to make sure that we're adhering to that as close as possible. But as with any organization, there may be times when we reach an impasse and we need to cast a vote. That's it. The power falls onto me, but two things to say about this is one person that's up for promotion within our organization. As it stands, I'm looking at the votes now. As it stands, it's moved out of the impasse, so it's moved out of a balanced system. We were the two ranks that were proposed were captain and major, and it was at a balance. It was just equal votes. So
it went down to the wire. It is literally to the meeting.
But
Yeah,
as it stands at the moment, we are in a position where the vote has rebalanced. One person has voted twice, but we're at a position where that has balanced out and is now. So there's one more vote for the rank of major than there is for the rank of captain, even with one person's vote counted twice. It still stands as that. So we're okay. What I would say is, if this situation arises in the future where we literally get to an impasse and it falls to me to make a casting vote, I will say for the record, what I will do is I will review what we're voting on, and I'll give everybody the chance to review their votes and change their votes should they so wish. I want to make sure that we're being as democratic as possible. Using a casting vote to break a deadlock is never something that you want to do by choice. It's not a power to be used lightly, and I will always make sure that we stick to our democratic system. The person we're voting on today for that role, it is a very important role, and we haven't proposed this lightly. It's because of what they bring to HUNDO, what they bring for veterans, and how their contacts and their skills and abilities and their resources bring to the benefit of veterans and to the benefit of our organisation is such that we felt proposing these two ranks was the appropriate thing to do. But fortunately, I'm let off the hook. Just a levity in there, it's balanced out. So I will pass now back to Chris, our president, to put forward the ranks as proposed. Over to you, Chris.
All right, so we'll start with our first individual here today. I want to drop it into the chat. Congratulations, First Sergeant Trell. So Trell, Jamal, I want to congratulate you since you're here today. I put it inside the chat group, and it's a huge thing just because you're gonna be the big dog, making sure all the little wolves are getting trained up. And I'm gonna tell you, you were headhunted. You were headhunted there for your position. You would be in TRADOC command, which was what you wanted to do. You wanted to train individuals, teach them up. Anything else you wanted to be in that? Does that fit in your world?
Absolutely, that fits for now. That's a good start, a good launching point.
So that would fall with Captain Dotson's command. So that would be TRADOC command. Obviously, we're still ironing it out. This is a huge thing to transfer military training into civilian world. It's a huge thing. It's going to take us it might take us a lot longer than we anticipated, but you're going to be stampeding and heading that front. Troy, do you have anything to talk about this? I remember you saying something about a couple individuals you were looking for.
No, I need to go back to your Facebook page and see all the stuff. I think I have your resume sitting somewhere on my desktop. I apologize. I'm having to write two papers right now. So I'm writing and researching while in the meeting. No, I definitely need some good trainers because we got Mr. Salinas, but he obviously does like securities more than anything else with finance. Um, but you do leadership training, correct? Also?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so like I don't do leadership training, and I know Ian does leadership training. I've never attended his trainings, which he's probably wondering why I haven't. Um, but I looked at your resume and I looked at your Facebook, and it looked pretty impressive. So that to me told me that's good because we're definitely going to need that. It's really just when we kind of start figuring out, sitting down with you, Mr. Salinas, and kind of figuring out. Obviously, we have to figure out timelines and start publishing this of when we will give the training. Um, but yeah, no, I'm super excited for it. I got a very busy. I've been making calls and making appointments since like 8 o'clock this morning. So for my business, so I'm kind of just doing all these things at one time. But yeah, mainly just figuring out with Chris and Ed what as far as are going to be our dates and times for to give training, and then like on your training, I definitely want to make sure that I will be there for that so I can kind of take notes and then vice versa on my training. Obviously, so you can look at it from my viewpoint. I love constructive criticism. I'm not a B, as they say. I'm trying to be professional because this is recorded. But I want to know like, and of course Chris too, obviously I've already told him, like I want to make sure I start hitting things, but if I'm missing something, I need y'all to tell me. So like later on, next time I can obviously we do an AAR and we make the training better for everybody else. But yeah, no, I'm just excited for us to give training to people that need it or that want it, and we just got to establish pretty much the guidelines of what we're going to do, and then go from there.
Sounds good. Just let me know when you're ready. We can follow up, double back, and lockstep.
Yeah, and I like your sunshades, by the way.
Hey, appreciate
it.
Nice. So thank you so much for that, guys. Really, congratulations. And welcome to the family and sticking through it. And I know it's a little bit, I'm gonna be on record here. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass the way it is. You got to submit a resume. You got to, answer a few questions, this and that. Why did we want to do that? You're being in charge, and this is something that Mr. Finch picked up on, is you're being in charge of real people's lives, right? And the people are going to take that very seriously, and it can be good or bad. So it's not a stress test. We want everybody to come on, but we want to make sure everybody is also, on the same level, and take care of people. Can you pick up on that, what you said a little bit before about how individuals here?
I'm going to go into this a little bit more when it's something that has been talked about before. We will be setting some day of the week and some times for training for the leadership team. I'll be personally doing masterclasses with the leadership team, and I'm taking you through that. So you will get training you need to lead your units and the people under you, and what's more involved in the roles as well. You'll be getting some of the juicy stuff from my years of experience. But one of the things that I was sharing with Chris earlier that I was talking about is one of the weights on our mind is we have to get everything right. What we've built and what we're still building has never been done before. We are using a lot of the military structure, and we're utilizing publicly available military manuals, but then we're having to completely adapt them into our way of working and to our organization. So on the one hand, we've got to get our foundation very solid and we've got to make sure that everything's right. On the other side of the balance, time is not on our hands. Literally every 80 minutes of every day, 24/7, some veteran is taking their life. The longer we take, the more lives are lost. But on the other side of that, if we get it wrong, lives are lost. We've got that on our minds all the time, that we are doing this to save lives, and we're doing this to help veterans achieve higher status where they deserve to be. Everything that's in our vision statement is what we're trying to achieve. So there is a lot of pressure there, but at the same time, we're conscious we're all volunteers in this, and we're trying to make sure that we're building the most powerful organization that brings together partners, strategic alliances, strategic partners, so that we can deliver on what veterans need. We can deliver on that huge mission that we've set out. We need everybody solid on that. So we're really conscious that we're working our socks off. Everybody's working their socks off, and we're pretty much exhausted. But we've just got to keep pushing and got to keep going to get us there. Veterans depend on us, not just those that are taking their lives. Sadly, that's a fact of life, and we can't push too fast and mess things up. Everybody else still depends on us. Those that are feeling so depressed that they want to give up, it's because they haven't heard of the support that's available. They haven't heard of what is ahead, what is coming. And I think if they hear what's coming, then they will be feeling there is bigger hope, because there are people like ourselves out there trying to make a massive, massive difference for veterans. So we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to veterans, and we owe it to the United States that we get this right and we get it solid and we do it properly. So that in a nutshell is what I was sharing earlier on.
Thank you so much. Joe, you got anything on that?
No, I totally understand. Yeah, and I've drilled this before, saying that how important it is for us to make sure that we have due diligence, and that the fact is that we get things right. We research everything, so we make sure that we minimize any type of mistakes or whatever. Because as you said, VP, lives matter here. It's good. The bottom line is, we got veterans out there that are depending on us. When they find about us and stuff like that, they're going to depend on us, to basically save their lives and get them back up and get them stable and stuff like that. So that's what we need to do. And that's what we need to focus on. And I think we're all doing a great job. Again, congratulations with your promotion. I mean, that's well deserved. That's for sure. And I know Troy can go ahead and, you guys will be working well together. So I have no doubt with that. And I'm pretty pleased with everything that's going on. So, yeah. Good words, Ed.
It really is spot on. What you just said it's really a sticker shock. We had a couple individuals come to us already, wanting to kill themselves and hurt themselves badly. And we've prevented that.
Yeah.
You have to realize, and we are still in the infancy stage of that is how bad the system doesn't work out there. That as an infant, we're able to solve this problem. So we're doing the right things. The next up on our list is 9 to 5 Club. 9 to 5 Club, he wanted to do something more, and he's into the PTSD realm and stuff like that. Even though he's not a medical professional, he's extremely attuned to business and everything else, so it makes him very versatile. Everyone felt that he should be promoted to second lieutenant within the MedCom unit. So right now we have Sergeant Brick. Finally, he's not alone. He's got a battle buddy now. He's got a OIC is direct any medical treatments or ideas, or just bouncing off and taking care of the MedCom. That's a holistic point of view. Remember, we hit those 9 point of views we went over, right? The physical and mental health is a huge thing, and that falls right on MedCom. Falls right on MedCom, so they got a big job ahead of them. And dealing with PTSD, obviously, that's a whole nother level. I had to, and as time goes on, we'll get medical professionals and become certified in certain aspects through, that kind of thing. So we'll be okay. But it's great that we're having that foundation set up for MedCom unit. We'll go over to the next individual who I want to congratulate is Clayton Sims. This was definitely selected due to the importance of what this individual is doing. What is that individual selected for within the Special Operations Command? So Special Operations Command deals with really just special projects that don't really exist outside the world, right? And in the civilian world, VA claims does not fall outside the realm of normalcy. It's a special thing, right? So it makes sense to go to Special Command, right? So anybody object on that? I think that's already voted already.
Yeah,
because that's pretty special, right? So if we have anything else that's pretty special, it'll fall under our Special Forces Command. It'll go into there.
Eventually, if you got enough, you might be able to have a new group or something like that, or a new command, if you have enough of a certain amount, stuff like that. But right now, the Specials Command, I think that's perfect.
Amen. So congratulations on Major Clayton Sims for being selected to that position. That means he's going to be bringing on board about 24,000 veterans that follow him on YouTube alone. So that means he just does this. Okay. So this is his thing. So he's going to bring us a lot of veterans to help with VA claims. And that falls into my jurisdiction. As I step down from presidency eventually, and get voted out to the next president, this is a command I'm going to be falling into. I will be falling into the Spec Ops Command dealing with VA claims. It's just that's the long-term goal here. So this is going to be a very powerful thing to be able to start bringing on a lot of veterans into our group. Because what is the main pain point? First, stability of income and disability, right? Mental health, physical. Once they're good physical, the mental health, they're good on their pocket. Guess what? We can cultivate them and redevelop them. And I would say, without a doubt, guaranteed, anybody coming out of military service is 30 to 50% disabled. Anytime, or minus, I would say after a couple of years of service, guaranteed. Because I would say minimum 3 years of service, just to give a guesstimate, due to their backs, knees, hips, or ankles and wrists. That's just physical, not including anything else. So our casework is going to be pretty heavy, and as we keep bringing in individuals and stamping them out, this is going to play a vital role. He also, on top of that, he has 4 to 5 individuals who will be eventually voted in for NCO positions to help us do the casework as well. It's going to be a lot of work. Finch, do you have anything else to say on these 3 selected appointees?
No, other than that, we really welcome the additional skills and resources and the contacts into work that we're doing. I think we've personally talked to each of these people, and we've made sure that there'll be a very good fit for the organisation and the positions. We're looking forward to working with them. And it's the same deal as we say to everybody who wants to take on a position, a ranked position within HUNDO. It's got to be what are you going to give back to the veteran community and to this organisation? And also at the same time, what do you need? What's going to help you to develop as a person, your career, your life? What can we give you in return that's going to help you progress? Actually, some people out, they're not expecting that. They're expecting to be given, but not receiving. And that's just the way we work. So we're really pleased to have new people coming in and we're looking forward very much to growing and to serving and meeting our vision.
So pertaining back to Lieutenant Jason there, that we actually had a meeting. He runs his own 9-to-5 organization, his own business on coaching as well. But he houses nonprofits who are 6 figures, 7 figures and above. So we go to 9-to-5. We're invited to those type of meetings with big ticket dogs and big pocket animals and stuff like that. So he loves our work. We love his work. It's a good fit. If we get too much casework eventually, we can help him. He can help us, all that kind of good stuff. So I only have one other thing to screen share, and then this is the work in progress thus far. If y'all can check, the Hundo Club Command actually is coming out. So there's multiple commands which we are mimicking, but the words, of course, are being switched to veteran, U.S. Veteran Futures Command. So, for example, what is Veterans Futures Command, right? They're deciding strategic planning for our organization 10 to 20 years from now. Okay, that's what they're dealing with. You got functional teams, as you can see, still in editing mode. You got material command, right? So material command is the aspect of making sure contracts are done properly. Media inquiries, you can contact Joe with the communications, electronics, financial management command, securities assistance, joint education command, veteran sustainment. It goes on and on and on and on. And this is only the second one that has been hashed out. There's still, let's see how many more commands we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24 more to go. Okay. And each of those have major subcommands. So we got a ton of work ahead of us, but we're gonna at least get the foundation down so you guys get a full spectrum of what we're trying to get at. For example, eventually I would love this. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, let's say I'm an old veteran, right? And I'm in the boonies, right? I'm in the sticks somewhere. You can't be able to even find me, but I hit up Hundo Club. Hey, I need a ride. Hey, we got a helicopter unit. It's called vertical lift. That unit's gonna come pick you up. You know what I mean? Like, let's say he's very sick and there's no way to get to the hospital, can't pick him up, right? Let's say there's a storm of, I don't know. Of course, there's got to be justifiable reasons, but I'm building out to prepare for that kind of level of growth, to say, okay, we at least have the very basic foundation to having a vertical lift command. If we ever have the finances for that, to say, yo, it's authorized, go save that veteran's life, bring him to the hospital. So there's a huge thing we're doing. So
That's a great idea.
yeah, thank you.
I like
Appreciate it. Sometimes the presidency comes with some kind of genius.
Copy that.
Most of the time, you guys got to smack me up. Like, for example, Troy here, Jamal, you got to hear this one. Troy, he literally spent like an hour or two on that presentation with me. I think it was. He was smacking me left and right because I wrote the presentation, right? And he's like, no, okay, listen, this is not dress right dress. This one is off. It's all crooked. My spelling was terrible. Like, obviously, so that doesn't help.
Attention to detail is my forte, man.
There you go.
Go be
Good.
careful.
Love the camaraderie, boy. I just love that camaraderie.
He's in your command, man. So that's your guys' problem.
We need it.
Yeah. Oh, love it. I love it.
Well, actually, I have to create a business plan right now for the certification that I'm going through. So we'll reverse roles. I'll give you the chance to smack me around and you can check mine and see what you think.
All right.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those myself. They're not easy, that's for sure. There's a lot into them.
Well, just on that one, the contact you sent, the veteran who wants help with the business plans, he's postponed a couple of times. I'm meeting with him tomorrow evening now, so gonna have that. So thanks for the reference. The other chap hasn't got back to me yet. Hasn't booked.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's I'll be on with that.
I used to
Sure it
business plan software last time when I did mine. And, it went through, geez, I forgot how many different sections and stuff like that. And, all the demographic studies and your projections and just all types and who's your target market and what's your SWOT analysis and all this stuff. So
Depends on the purpose of the business plan. That's one of the first places to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I get the layout, I'll either try to send it to y'all because I'm using another layout, so I'll probably have to copy because my agency owner, lent me his because it's insurance and finance related.
right.
But I'll either share it with y'all or I'll just send it to y'all and I'll have to learn how to do it because me and technology, I'm still learning. But yeah, definitely, Ed, I completely forgot about that business plan thing because I've talked to so many people since then. But I would definitely like you to look at it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. Here to help. Here to help. Been a mad couple of weeks.
So, hey, first sergeant, you need help with anything? Anything you need some assistance with? Do you feel?
No, I'm good right now. Just rolling through the punches. I think I got a contract coming up this week with the school that I'm working with.
Yeah.
So other than that, I think I should be good to go.
Good luck.
Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it. Helping them with developing some structure within the school system for their teachers and their students.
Nice.
Found out that's a lot of areas that are kind of missing the gap out there as well. So
Nice.
That's gonna be fun.
yeah.
I've got to build more lights for a big show in 2 weeks. So, because I sold a bunch this weekend.
Yeah, so I heard you did really well. Really well.
So, yeah.
So I've got a couple of updates. I'll share some of these. On the non-profit, we're still waiting on State of Kansas to come back that they've approved our Articles of Association. Everything I hear is definitely going to be this week. We get an answer. As soon as I've got an answer, as soon as we're incorporated, next step will be opening the bank account, and then we're good to make a start, good to get going officially. We're just longing for that day. So just every day I'm checking in my emails, even at the weekend, even though I'm not going to get an answer at the weekend. I'm still checking in as that comes through yet. So yeah, as soon as it does, I'll let everybody know where that's at.
Ed, we're still gonna have another meeting to confirm our bank selection, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. We're down to two options at the moment. We have to have those articles first. We have to have our EIN number as well from the incorporation company. We can't touch a bank account until then. So
yeah, I didn't think we made a decision yet. So
no, it's just it's one of those things we're just fighting at the bit to get to because it's the next problem we go. When we've got both of those sorted, then we're good to go. We can start officially fundraising for the non-profit and get the funds to start paying some bills, which will certainly help.
It'll happen. It's coming.
Yes.
No, it's happening. It's happening fast. Is there any recommendations? Now we just kind of open the mic.
Just one more thing on
Go ahead, Ed.
on the updates. So the other one I've mentioned this one before is Walter has put us forward with APOD. Everybody may know this, but APOD is an Australian organisation that works exclusively with veterans. They help them with shopping discounts and access to employment. Just to give you an idea, they work with veterans, they work with active duty, and they work with the family of veterans as well. So they've got a membership. I've checked their website just the other day. They've got a membership in excess of 170,000 members, which is an impressive number.
Yeah.
So I've got the meeting with Walter at my time. Unfortunately, it's 5:30 in the morning, which is going to be fun. But just try and pretend that I'm fully awake. But so basically the offer is I'm going in as Walter's representative expert on non-profits. We're going to have a pre-meeting tomorrow, and essentially it's a way of us to get in with Australia, a way of us opening a door with Australia and opening the possibilities for us to work with organisations in Australia. Walter's already made connections in the UK, and he's exploring other countries with his app to map out where all the veteran-owned businesses are. This is a very, very significant move for us, and Walter's been fantastic. He couldn't be more behind us, so we're very, very pleased to have a very strong strategic partnership with him. And this is, I don't undervalue the opportunities this brings for us. It's going to be huge. So that's one of the other things we've got on the way, and what I've been working on behind the scenes a lot from when with Chris getting the vision sorted out and working on mission statements and helping with the rank systems and all the nuts and bolts that go behind the scenes, keeping us moving. So yeah, that's essentially my news. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but I've got as news. I'm a bit sort of probably just a bit run down, I think. So many things going. Yeah, I'll pass back to Chris. Have you got anything else?
Maybe, not really. I was just shooting it, checking up, sit rep. The only thing I could really think of is, I'm gonna be knocking out for the most part the command structure. Trying to get that done. At least get the basic fundamental done. Everyone's allowed to criticize me and make sure it actually makes logical sense, because right now it's just kind of brain dumping or trying to do my best to convert it to veteran application and civilian world. A lot of things, missile and air defense doesn't apply, so I got to change it to transportation and disability or something, like that, where, command, where they deal with helping individuals, vehicles and things like that. So it's not that easy to accomplish, especially for the first draft. I'm putting the first draft on the websites because it's a one-stop shop. It makes it easier for me, instead of putting it on paper and then designing it. Instead, I'm just designing it, and then I could fix it later as people go through. I think once we get this app fully done and we have all these things in a row, our organization is just going to explode. I think it's just gonna be insanity, to the point where I don't even know. I think we're just, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Because the way things are going, it's going extremely well.
I would just add to that the reassurance is that I know there's a lot of familiarity with the rank structure because of everybody served in the military. That's one of the reasons we went with the rank structure. Another reason is because it makes logical business sense in the way we've built it. But what we're going to be covering in these masterclasses is how you can be the leaders of your team and how you can delegate without abdicating, how you can build your structures, and how that's going to help us as an organization grow to the scale that's possible. It's one of the big decisions Chris and I had to make in an early stage. There's 18 million veterans out there, and then we're also looking at 3 million active duty, and then we're looking at the spouses and the close family. The number is vast. How could we possibly have an organization that could even dream of working with those kind of numbers? So we worked out a way that we could do that, and that's built into our structure. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about in more detail as part of the leadership team masterclasses, is how that structure works and how it will work in practice and answer a lot of the detailed questions you've probably got. We'll be doing that in the leadership team training, so that will be covered there. Right. It's a bit of reassurance. Yeah, it's going to be we're going to be a huge organization potentially in the future, and certainly in terms of numbers that we are dealing with and processing. we'll try to always maintain that we're not out of balance in terms of the scale of people we have in-house, on our volunteer teams. We try and keep the balance right, and we keep our alliances and our strategic partnerships growing. That's another key component, because of the whole variety of resources that we're going to need to bring to bear to meet the needs of veterans. Yeah, I'll hand it over to others after that long speech. Anybody else got something to add?
Sounds good, Ed. I mean, it's we're doing well, and like you said, Chris. I mean, it's moving, and it's moving very positive and very in a good direction, which it's that's a blessing, because you hear all the horror stories about people trying to start organizations and how things just go sideways. I think that shows a lot about our leadership, a lot about the character of the people that we're bringing in. The dedication to serving others, serving the veterans, brothers and sisters and their families and stuff like that. So long as we keep that focus and we keep doing what we're doing, I think we'll be just fine. But it's just exciting. I mean, I can't wait. I told Chris and the VP this before. I can't wait till this year is over so I can look back at all the awesome things that have happened over this year. This year is going to be monumental. It's already been really well, and before we know it, we're going to be looking back and go, wow, look at what we've done, and that's good. It's going to be a great feeling. I can't wait for that, and knowing I did with a bunch of other veterans, I'm good.
Forget about it. Forget about it, Tony. Yeah?
Okay, Mr. New Yorker.
That's right. We got anything else that we need to prepare, you think, for our upcoming push for say, like, let's say donations or anything? We have the presentation, we have the website 90% done. We only have a few extra banking things to link it to, and some policy letters. But anything else you guys think that we should prepare, ready for? We hit the ground, we get off the ground running, just running. So anything else we should prepare for this?
Well, flow charts, everything processes in place for reference. If anybody's got any questions, okay, hey, what do we do? We have a reference material ready, standby, so we can, if everybody gets scrambled, okay, what do I do? What do I do? We have it in place, and it's simple and it's straightforward. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, and then they'll trigger the memory. It's like, okay, yeah, let's get this. This is a process. We got to contact this, contact that. For a veteran that comes in, he's homeless, he doesn't have his paperwork, no DD 214, stuff like that. How do we handle that? And he's suicidal. Okay, that's a lot to take in right out of the gate. So, that's a worst case scenario right there. So we should have something that's like, okay, reference, that way we make sure we follow the process the same every time.
Roger, who do you?
On that, we unfortunately been some team members down, but yes, definitely, you're absolutely right. We do need those flow charts.
Gotta have that reference, so we follow the process every time. That way, when we get investigated, because we will, and they go, well, what's your process? We can whip out that reference, go, here you go. It's right here. Yeah. This is how we do it.
Absolutely.
And that covers ourselves.
Yeah.
The SOP, basically.
You got it. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, First Sergeant. Knew that was what I was looking for.
We have someone running that mission, right? Who's running that mission? I know it's a bit of everybody.
I think Jennifer and Ian we're going to work on the flow charts. For both of them are struggling with health at the moment.
And
that's been we're trying to see if we can help them. We've been at full capacity ourselves.
Right. Well, the initial VEPs, when they come in, stuff like that, that's going to be the first and foremost thing that we will have to address with right away. when they first contact us. Then from there, yeah, the next one would be definitely medical. I would think, that would be something that we definitely got to get the flow charts and the SOPs. Now, get back on track there. SOPs, we'll get all those in place so that way we know and we have the contact list and everything else. That's why as we grow, we'll be able to place all these people in the organizations and the positions that we need. So, and then keep it simple, keep it streamlined, don't make it overcomplicated,
Absolutely.
things will move smoothly. But if we start making it too complicated, then everything's going to go awry. So
you can't have too complicated. It's just
right. Yeah. It makes it easier for when we move over to Australia or Canada as well, because everything's simplified. Right.
Yeah.
Easy SOPs.
Oh yeah. This is the leg work. This is where leg days. These right now we're in the gym on leg days.
Yeah.
Like seriously. So when we get to the next one, it's literally gonna be like, this is too easy. And we're gonna be so advanced as an organization, as individuals. If you think about it, I'll tell you right now, like personally, I feel like I've increased by like tenfold from my business aspect, my mindset, my my artistic ability, my WordPress development, my VA, everything. I am gotten 90% better. I really feel that way. I would never talk to anybody. I wouldn't socialize with anybody. So this whole system is working, and it's the magic of you guys. It's literally working. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What about for hit the ground running on top of that? For say going out for setting up meetings for every individual. Would that be something? I would too, but there is no organization out here. But I can hit the phones for other individuals.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean? Or
are you talking more like the outreach, like I was talking about?
let's say for on top of that, or besides what you hit up is a huge thing.
Right.
To drum up the war drums of people putting some capital into our organization once the 501c goes through. Should we have I'm thinking we should have a business a plan out ready to hit the ground running once our 501c, our non-for-profit, our EIN, and our bank is done. Boom, we can implement our entire mission, ready to go, and begin. I don't know, calling, hitting up, knocking on doors.
Here's the thing about this. After that one guy was blasted about all we want to do is make money, we're charging everybody and all that stuff. I think we should definitely look at having that in there, saying we take donations and stuff like that. I don't think we need to push that, because then it's going to give the wrong message. It's got to be like the next step behind. The first focus is the veteran, and then we just nonchalantly somehow manage to put him back. Well, we're accepting donations to help us grow and help support other veterans. It's depending on me. It would be depending on how the wording is. Like
the verbiage,
right.
Yeah,
So,
something like a follow-up type thing or something along those lines. Yeah.
absolutely. I'm really liking this guy. Right on.
So right on. So yeah, I'm talking about pertaining to organizations, not people. If people,
Okay.
I don't even ask for anything, or if they want to do something. If obviously it's a nonprofit, that means, hey, we're doing this for free. We're doing it on our volunteer time. So I don't need to tell them, hey, do you want to donate?
Right. Well, like I'm going to be talking to organizations myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's part of my PR. So, I will be talking to them, and, I think more or less on a first meeting, I'm not going to bring it up unless they do it. Okay. Second meeting, once I talk to them and build that rapport with them and that relation working association, and then we bring them on, or however they want to be a part of, our organization, then we could probably slide in there, just like kind of go by, go, well, this is how our donations work. Just to bring up the speed, this is how our donations work, and this is how we're getting some funding and stuff like that. And then they'd be like, oh, well, yeah, hey, maybe we'll throw some money at these people too, organizations, stuff like that. But it's a
That's
two
a
step.
sub-
To me, it's a two-step process.
That's a Southern hospitality trick. I love it.
You get them in there, you get them all warm and fuzzy, they're all over that, and then they, kind of slide in a little bit and go, well, just to let you know, this is how we get our donations. Just want to make it, all open for you, and so completely see how we are, and this is all the aspects, and
I
but
would
the
just
first
add
one
to
was just to get their interest and get them involved, and then from there we just kind of, hey, here's the rest of the puzzle. Here's the rest of the pieces. This is our backside.
I'll just add to that, Joe. I think it's a really important point that we stress, because I'm familiar with particularly the non-profit sector,
Yep.
that we
Yep.
emphasize that we're transparent,
Yes.
and what we say our running costs genuinely are our running costs.
Yep.
And we've kept those as low as we possibly can, as physically low as we possibly can. So as maximum money does directly go to the veterans, and that we've got that transparency about how that happens, and that all the money that comes in is voted during our democratic system. So I think it's really important that we emphasize these things, and we're sharing with people the vision that we're working towards, so that they get a clear picture that if they donate any money to this organization,
right,
this is how it gets spent. Because I can tell you from personal experience, the majority, no disrespect to them, but the majority of non-profits have far higher overhead running costs than they're letting on. Lots of ways they hide them.
Yeah.
And too much money gets absorbed into running costs and doesn't get where it needs to be.
I hate to say it, but Wounded Warriors is one of those. I've seen, a statistic a while back of how much they spend for operating costs and stuff like that, and salaries and everything else, and how much actually goes back to the veteran. A lot of it's administrative, fees and stuff like that, and not really, but for the programs. So, I know we're definitely gonna be different. I'll definitely be stressing that in that second type of thing, kind of almost word for word what you're going to be saying there. So, that will definitely be stressed, Ed.
That will make a huge difference to people. And if any have any questions, they welcome to ask questions and welcome to look, because we are transparent.
Might have to have something printed out, and then that way go, hey, this is how we have it, whatever. Just a small information page or whatever, showing how the money's split up.
Yeah.
We can, that is an improvement. If we can annotate that, we can work on having a packet, a design packet of the transparency packet. We could call it the transparency packet.
That sounds good.
I mean, shoot, that's pretty military. I think packet was a famous word. Everyone used packet, right? So
death by PowerPoint too.
Right, it'll have the PowerPoint in there. It'll have a transparency statement or democracy statements, how money spent, all that. VP, you're writing this down?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Amen. Because I would forget this in a heartbeat. Or trust me.
Good thing you're recording the video so we can go back through it.
Yeah, I'll forget to watch the video too. That PTSD got me all messed up. All right.
Yeah.
Obviously there's more work to be done, but it sounds like, as I said, we're on top of it. We're going to do great things.
We'll make sure this packet is complete, designed, operational, have an awesome letterheads and all. To each organization, writing out to them. If you can get up a list of all the organizations you want us to hit up as an organization, we'll write personalized letters to each one as well, to give it that finger looking good, packet, and I'll get a nice folder. And
I'll try to figure out a way to do like an initial contact just to see if I can get some interest, first. And then we get the interest, I'll set up a meeting with them, Zoom or physical, down in Kansas City, wherever I need to go. And then with that packet and stuff like that, and be able to follow up, I think that'd be a good process to get everything done. That's for
So
sure.
that answered my question. Basically, I was looking for improvements to prepare for when we're completely ready. Is there any other improvements besides the website? Having any, like making a packet that's an improvement.
Yeah.
Troy, you got any other improvements or Prashant?
Not that I can think of now.
The
Nothing
business
over here.
card. Captain Troy, I think we and you got to go over business cards at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Roger. I think that's it.
All right.
One
Welcome to the-
thing, just while we're quickly talking about that, it's one more in Joe's realm. Chris and I have been working hard on some very professional looking letterheads and memorandums and articles. So out of that, we've made a start on putting together a branding pack for both the non-profit and for Veteran Hondo Club. So we're looking in mind that we will have a branding kit, so everybody knows exactly what fonts we use. That must be Arial, which the military use. You'll know what Pantone colors. You'll know the logos that we're using. There'll be a whole kit, branding kit. We made a start, and we'll pass it probably pass it into your department, Joe, and when you've got people that support you on doing that, so we can have that, and everybody's very clear. You've got a set of documents you could just use, and just anything needs to go out, you've got the paperwork to do it.
That sounds awesome. That sounds great.
Yeah, we'll make sure that task is done this week. We'll put it as priority, for sure.
Yeah, my list is getting bigger.
Yeah, we're gonna have to recruit a few bodies for you.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
yeah. I've already been headhunting a couple of people, stuff like that. So, but I gotta follow back up on them.
Yeah. These are just things that we're working on to help alleviate the load onto you guys and ladies as well. So, we're creating work. We're also trying to cover the bases as well and get the basics done at least.
Oh yeah,
It makes it good.
absolutely.
All right, congratulations, guys, on your promotion, the selection. Two of them didn't make the cut, so they got washed out. We washed them out. They didn't make it, so you three made it for selection of NCOs or officers within our organization. So again, congratulations, big week.
Oh yeah.
All right, appreciate it. Happy to be a part of the team.
Amen.
Excellent. Cheers.
All right. Well, now I get to go and put a flagpole up and make some pulled pork.
I'm coming over for the pulled pork.
Yeah, that's on this
All
way.
those ribs were so good.
Oh.
All right, cheers.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a good week.
And you, no one left behind.
No.
Good man.
Amen.
Yeah.